Hello, I'm Dr. Jordan Harris, LMFT, LPCS, and I help therapists do two things with their stuck cases and also to increase retention. And I do this by teaching therapists four foundational skills. If your model's sort of like the car, these skills are the gas that make your model run. And these four skills are assessing client motivation, becoming a more persuasive therapist, reading client body language, and helping clients to go deep into their own experience instead of staying at a surface level. And today, we're looking at the skill of motivation and the work of Dr. Tori Olds. She's working with a busy mom. And just a quick note, this is not an actual client. This is a demo that Dr. Olds is doing with her sister for training purposes, which I love because that means we get to watch her, and she's a master therapist. Tori Olds is cream of the crop. So let's dive in.
So, Cindy, just take a moment to check in with yourself and see what you would like to work on today.
Okay, well, I'm just so tired. Tired.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
my son had a birthday party, and my in laws were in
Oh.
town. And yeah, it was, a lot of work. And
Yeah,
so I
I
was just
understand.
running around, taking care of kids, taking care of my husband, taking care of guests,
Yeah.
and my in laws. And I hate modern society. I just feel like it's so busy, way too busy. And I saw this thing on NPR, and it was just talking about how like our society is overly busy, and we can't even find time to like do meaningful things
So let's
and
slow down.
like really
Speaking about
connect.
busy, let's definitely slow down then because you've been going so fast. So this is our chance. Because you said something I don't want to drop, which is
So this is great, right? Tori starts off the session by asking, let's get what she actually says. Let's go back to the very beginning here.
so, Cindy, just take a moment to check in with yourself and see what you would like to work on today.
Check in with yourself and see what you would like to work on today. So this is a great question because it pushes the client to focus and get really clear on where the most important thing is for them to work on. Now, this client, like most of our clients, doesn't actually follow this prompt, right? She goes off into her own thing. Let's
Okay,
watch
well, I'm
that.
just so tired. Tired.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
my son had a birthday party, and my in laws were in
Oh.
town. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was, a lot of work. And
Yeah,
so I
I
was just
understand.
running around, taking care of kids, taking care of my husband, taking care of guests.
I actually love it because it's so real. It's like so relatable that you ask a client a question and then they just like, I mean, this lady has no malintent, but for good reason, she's just like talking about some random stuff, right? Um, Not at all related to the question, not even really giving us a clear sense of what to work on. And we need a clear sense, right? You can't assess a client's level of motivation until they tell you what they're motivated to achieve, right? How do I know? There's really no way. How would you know if you're heading toward the client's goal if they don't give you a goal? There's no way to know. And so I love this because it's so real. I mean, if you ask a client this question, what's the most important thing for us to work on? What do you want to work on? What feels most relevant? What do you want most for yourself? Any of these sort of opening questions, right? Most of the time, clients don't answer them. And so the first skill, or not the first, because the first skill is actually asking this question of what do you want to work on? But the next skill is when clients get distracted, gently nudge them back to their actual question. Because you can't make progress on a goal until you have a goal. And Tori does a great job of doing that. Let's watch her do that.
Yeah.
And my in-laws. And I hate modern society. I just feel like it's so busy, way too busy. And I saw this thing on NPR, and it was just talking about how like our society is overly busy, and we can't even
Here
find
it
time to
comes.
like do
Here it
meaningful
comes.
So
things
let's
and
slow down.
like really
Speaking
Boom.
about
connect.
busy, let's definitely slow down then because you've been going so fast. So this is our chance. Because you said something I don't want to drop, which is that I think you said you hate, society or modern life or something. So take a second and really see like, what do you mean by you hate it? Like, how do you know? What does it feel like to you?
So this is Dr. Olds, right? And she's pushing the client to give a clear target, a clear goal. And she does that in this really creative way, which is she highlights what sounds like the most sort of emotionally charged, the biggest pain point for this client, and then asks the client to go deeper on that. So she's using what the client is saying as sort of the foundation for us to sort of build a target, a therapeutic goal. Let's watch that one more time.
Like, what do you mean by you hate it? Like, how do you know? What does it feel like to you?
See, what does it feel like to you? How do you know? What do you mean by the fact that you hate it? It's a really great way to keep the client um, focused, to help the client to focus on what is the thing they need to really talk about.
Busyness.
I just hate it. And this NPR thing was just saying how it's just not good for us.
Well, you know, it
And
probably isn't. It really probably isn't. And part of it is because it's so external and busy. So that's
Yeah.
why let's do the opposite of that.
Okay.
And just take a second and just see, because
Okay.
see how that feels for you. This is something you don't have time to really even probably open or address, or it doesn't feel like you have time. So now see how that is. See how that is for you to have it be so busy.
Okay.
And Tori prompts her back to exploring this. This is really important for two different reasons. One, because clients often, like, they just don't know what to do in therapy. They don't know how to do therapy. And so I think it is important for us in a way that is therapeutic to nudge them back to having some sort of focus. And the other thing is sometimes clients don't know. And so what that means is that the goal of the therapy is for us to help them figure out what it is. For me, this was like a huge unlock because it means you don't have to know. You don't have to be fancy. You don't have to be the smartest therapist that have read all the books or, gone through all of the trainings. If you just take the first 20 minutes of a session, helping a client to explore their inner world and get clear on their own goals, that's like perfect therapy. It's perfect work. It's great. Um, and I think for us sometimes as therapists, maybe it's just me. It feels like, man, 20 minutes doing this, like, ugh, like I feel like we should be moving faster than this. But the clients, it's really, I mean, when was the last time you actually had someone sit down with you and 20 minutes of them just helping you to get clear on your own thoughts and how you feel and what you want? It like never happens. So it's such a gift to give people. I mean, such a gift. I love this. I think it's really, really great.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. How does it feel?
Tired.
Okay. All right. So how do you know where does that? What does it feel like for you?
I just like see this image of me just collapsing, like
Okay.
just falling right over.
Okay. So take a moment with the image and just see, like if it's like oh, that feels like it would be nice to collapse, or if it feels like strained in some way, like not, see how your system's finding its way with that. Because sometimes we do need to collapse a
It's
little
just
bit.
like nothing's left. Like,
Okay, and your hands move. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So just take a second and see as your hands are here. Do they want to be here, by the way?
No, they're just like holding everything, like just holding everything.
Okay, so let's really slow down with that.
Okay.
Yeah. So notice how that feels in your arms.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this gets into something that we've talked about in the past, which I think I'm going to do another video on the same segment, which is client experiencing. But oftentimes when clients can't give you a goal, our job then is to help them to figure it out. And one of the best ways to do that is through helping them to sit with their own inner experience. So the wrong thing to do here is to keep pressuring the client. Well, what do you want? What are you thinking? Well, like, so is the goal this or is the goal that? Instead, helping them to actually go inside, and create space so they can actually get in touch with their own inner world is the thing because that actually helps them to get more clarity. It's instead of giving them more pressure, we're giving them more safety and more space. And that allows them to actually come up with the goal all on their own, which is what we want. Look, um, so this has been honestly the work of Dr. Tori Olds working with a lady who's a busy mom. And we've been using this clip to really explore how do we work with clients and motivation. If you enjoy this sort of content, if you enjoy this sort of training, feel free to go down below and click into the description box, and you'll be added to my email list, and you'll get lots of more content just like this. All right, talk to you soon. See you in the next video.